Hi, we're Group Trail and this is our evaluation.
Hi, my name's Albert.
Hi, my name's Ridwan.
Hi, my name's Palumi.
My name's Elizabeth.
The suspect is described as Jack the Ripper of the 21st century. We need to get him before he gets someone else.
This guy is very dangerous. He's tackling women. Are you sure you're ready for this?
Do we have any suspects?
Maybe. Maybe not. We need to crack this case.
So what do I do?
Hello. In our trailer, our plot overall subverted the typical crime thriller genres because we had the main detective a female and the killer hunting down females. This is not apparent in your average crime thriller film. Normally you'd have a male as women are seen as defenseless. Props theory supports this stereotype by having the hero normally a male and the princess the female whom seeks help. However, our trailer subverts this by having the female detective the savior, and this is seen in the trailer when the sergeant says, "You're my best detective." Our trailer also supports post-feminism by having a dominant woman highly respected and holding a lot of responsibility. This increases the authenticity of the plot because in your average 21st century films, this is what is seen. Most films we have researched didn't have the main female antagonist, so this is our unique selling point.
For the trailer, there was a lack of dialogue used as a tool to create a sense of mystery. This allowed the audience to independently create various judgments about the story based purely on actions made, making the audience want to watch the film. Music added a sense of atmosphere which additionally reinforced this. The music consisted of synchronized tunes from two separate uncopyrighted pieces of music that we found on the internet. We personally edited the music and blended them to form a collective piece which was suited to occurring visual events in the trailer. The musical drops added impact points for pivotal moments. Music was a key factor which helped heighten tension and senses of suspense at needed moments and set the mood for the trailer. The trailer of The Departed was a prime example as we found that the backing track of the trailer helped with the flow and interpretation of the trailer. In terms of conforming and subverting, we can boldly say our trailer conforms to trailers of a police crime thriller, giving a sense of mystery, ambiguity, and the urge to know more, helping to lead to a successful trailer and film.
In terms of editing, we conform to typical fast-paced transitions that you find in classic police crime thrillers. The use of speed built a climax for the audience and also aimed to entice them. The use of transitions, such as flashes, dissolves to black, helped to set the mood and feeling of the trailer. It also helped with the synchronization alongside the music. The fact that the music is fast and upbeat shows the detectives are running out of time. The use of editing made the plot easier to establish.
Also, it was difficult editing our footage and making it correlate with our music. Furthermore, we had difficulties in applying transitions and effects to help connect the plot of our trailer. Moreover, identifying conventions in similar trailers such as The Departed and LA Confidential, we adapted transitional effects which created a sense of connection between the plot and the characters, which in some ways amplified tension and built suspense for our trailer.
We also conform to Tolero's narrative theory by starting with an equilibrium, disruption, and so on. However, we left the last stage, such as the resolution and the restored equilibrium, to the audience to find out. This built tension and suspense.
In my poster, there is a mixture of elements that conform to the conventions and elements that subvert. The title and credits are clear at the bottom. The BBC logo and the director's name is consistent throughout the poster, magazine and the trailer. The rule of thirds is apparent by having 3 main images on the poster. As it was my poster, I had a lot of room to play around with the conventions, but because the genre was crime thriller, I had to keep it simple and synchronize it well. So I didn't have that much space to make it funky and wild. However, I've subverted an element in the poster by having the back of the killer's head, but as it's the poster, I can get away with this. In my magazine, I conform to all the conventions, for example, the main image, the subtitle, the cell lines. Also, I had the mid-shot of the director, but at a low angle to symbolize the importance and the status of the director. Also, the masthead in my magazine was behind the director's head, so the word was blocked out, a bit of the word was blocked out, but this is typical in popular magazines like Empire.
For the magazine, I think we all use basic masthead, cell lines, the barcode. For the poster, we used the credits. There was continuity of the BBC films, which is also used in the trailer, and the director's name and the characters. That was also used as the pictures in the poster, and the magazine, the name of the director. Because there's not a lot of conventions for the market, the niche market of the magazine, which was based at people that looked at the intricate detail of the film, not just generally what was going on in the film, but the director's story. There was quite a lot to play with, so I looked at magazines such as Sight and Sound to see how they appealed to their audience, and that helped. There was a basic colour scheme which I used in the poster and the magazine, which was white, brown, grey and red, which kind of created a sense of mystery, the darkness, the ambiguity, which I wanted to sell across. And I made sure that in my poster and my magazine, the main people had eye contact, which drew the audience in.
For my magazine, I felt that I conformed to the conventions so that it looks professional. For my magazine, I looked at 2 different magazines, Empire and Soul Film, to identify and adopt these conventions. I had identified the simplistic design and observing the emphasis of the image and composition of both magazines, such as the placing of the masthead, cell lines and image. I conformed to the conventions that made my magazine seem more realistic. Moreover, with my magazine, I developed conventions such as the plus symbol for extra content and information. In terms of my poster, I'd identify similar posters such as Public Enemies, using a single character just to suit the part. I'd also looked at posters from similar subgenres such as gangster crime, looking at posters such as Scarface, and identifying conventions which help establish my layout and design. Moreover, for both my auxiliary tasks, the magazine and poster, the conventions had conformed and subverted. However, one aspect that had been consistent through both was the use of mise-en-scène, which attempted to correctly establish the genre of our trailer. Also, all mise-en-scène used throughout had helped set the mood for our trailer, i.e. the gun.
With my magazine, in terms of conventions, I tried to conform to conventions that have already been established, such as the Wall of Thirds. Especially because my image was a mid-shot, I made sure that the image was in the centre of the page. My masthead was also conventional for a popular magazine, such as Empire. The fact that my main image covers some of the masthead tells the audience that it's extremely popular, and therefore it does not need to constantly be in your face. With the poster, in terms of typical conventions again, I conform to existing rules. For example, the use of credits, logo and taglines ensure that the poster is legit and the audience already expect to see this. However, the fact that it's a police crime thriller and there's a woman on the front of the page showing that she's obviously the main character, she totally subverts from the stereotypical image of the woman. She is almost a post-feminist. The image portrays the idea that she's strong, confident, and she possesses this leading role.
Question 2. How effective is the combination of your main products and your auxiliary tasks?
In the main image of my poster, I tried to portray the main character through the use of mise-en-scène. The fact that she stands firm, holding a gun positioned towards the camera, again shows her leading and dominant role. She totally subverts from Mark's view of her being subordinate because she's a woman and black. I also show the power through still image and also actions through the trailer. For example, when the sergeant chooses her to take up the investigation, I try to gain consistency with both the poster and the trailer, with the use of mise-en-scene. The jackets of both the main detective and her partner were significant costumes through the whole production.
For both my main products and ancillary tasks, the combination of conventions I believe work well together. However, could have been improved through the use of mise-en-scène, which we felt the main head detective could have dressed more appropriately to fit the character's role. However, the conventions for both the main product and ancillary tasks, such as the character's role and how the plot was established and the exposition, I believe was established well. Also, I believe the text used for my main ancillary tasks and my main products was inconsistent, which I believe distorts a connection between both the main product and ancillary tasks and therefore the plot.
I think our altogether promotion for our film The Trail seemed like a real life package, and even though with the magazine and the trailer and the poster they were dedicated to different audiences, we were able to sell the film effectively, making the audience interested in all different times. Something that was quite different was that our consistency in our text wasn't used, but we was able to back that up with consistency throughout using the gun and the costumes that we used. Also with the consistency of mise-en-scene, like using the city backing, and I think it was very effective and it followed our genre.
The evaluation on my main task and ancillary tasks are as follows. In my poster, the characters correlate with the trailer. The mise-en-scene is kept the same to keep it natural. However, the shirts and little aspects were changed around so it's realistically time-bound. However, the person in my magazine was a director. He never appeared in the trailer, but his name was mentioned in the credits. The font in the magazine didn't synchronize with the trailer because I used a gold special edition theme, but the poster's font related a tiny bit by having a touch of blue to connote police.